Did you know you can get 3 amazing products out of just a handful of vanilla beans? Today I'll show you how to make homemade vanilla extract, plus how to turn the used vanilla pods into vanilla sugar and vanilla powder so nothing goes to waste. Let's get started. Okay, welcome to Michi and Poppy's Kitchen. Today I am doing one of my favorite things. I love to make homemade vanilla. Haven't done it much. I've only done it twice before, but I love homemade vanilla extract. It is so much better than the store-bought. I'm sure you can find some really good store-bought ones, but homemade, it's just better. Okay, so what you do to make homemade vanilla extract is you go to the liquor store like I had to do, and you buy vodka, bourbon, or rum. I've always done it with vodka, but I was reading that bourbon makes a really good flavor vanilla, a little kind of different flavor of vanilla, so I thought, well, let's give that a try too. So why do I always feel the need when I walk into a liquor store to say, I'm making vanilla extract? I guess because I don't want to walk out with these. I'm 56 years old. Who cares? But I do always explain myself. Okay, so to make homemade vanilla extract, it's so easy, but it takes a long time. So what we're going to do is for each cup of alcohol that you have, you are going to use 5 to 6 vanilla pods. I get these on Amazon, and they are grade B, which is extract grade vanilla pods. Then what we're going to do is we're going to split, and I'll put a link to that below so that you don't have to search for it. I've done all kinds of research and looked at what other people used, and this was one that a lot of people used. Okay, so what you do is you take these pods and you split it. You just take a knife and split it down the middle. Now you don't have to split it. I mean, you don't have to go all the way through both layers of the pod. You just want it split open because the vanilla beans in there, they're teeny tiny little beans that are just so flavorful. You should smell it. I mean, right now, smells so good. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to do a little split down, and you don't have to go all the way to the end, just so that you're getting most of the bean. You split it down the middle. Watch your fingers. I wouldn't advise children to do this. So I'm going to do that. I've got 55 beans. That's how many came in mine. What the recipe calls for is 5 to 6 beans 5 to 6 beans per cup of whatever alcohol you're using. So I had to look up how many cups are in a liter. So a liter of vodka is going to it's about 4.27 cups. So I would normally put 25 beans in there, but I have 55. Oh, and let me just go ahead and tell you this so I can explain my math to you. All right, and then this is a little over 3 cups because it's not quite a liter. So that would, if you were going by the recipe, need 19 beans. But that leaves me about 10 extra beans, 11 beans that I would have left over. Who wants leftover vanilla beans when it can make an even stronger vanilla? So I'm going to put 31 beans in this one and 24 beans in this one. That's going a little overboard, but I have read all kinds of recipes that said that you can double batch the vanilla and that makes it a little stronger and good. So the bad part about this is that you have to be patient, and that is so not my style. But this is going to take a good 6 months to get really good and saturated in the alcohol to make it vanilla. They say after 2 months you can start using it. Not if you want the real good flavor of homemade vanilla. I would suggest waiting your 6 months. And the first time I made this, I made it because I wanted to give it as Christmas gifts, and I did. And so I did. That one, did I wait the whole 6 months? I don't remember, but now it is the end of August. It's almost September. And so I have waited too long. You can still give it as gifts and just tell them to wait a month or two to use it if you make it now, like when I'm making it. But for the best, you want to wait 6 months for the best results. Okay, I'm going to finish splitting these down, and then I'll add them to the bottles, and I'll show you how that's going to turn out. Okay, so as I was doing those, I thought I should clarify a little bit. So I just took the tip of the knife and just kind of split the top layer of the bean apart, just so, if you don't know about a vanilla bean, I wish I had read before, but how many vanilla beans are in a vanilla pod? They're just full of the teeny tiniest little glorious vanilla seeds. Oh, and I can't even tell you how good it smells. But anyway, so I just enough so that it's opened up so that the alcohol can do its thing and get in there and get to all the seeds and get it all good and vanilla flavored. So I can't wait to do this. So, okay, so what did I say? 20, and I'm going to do 31 beans in here. So all you do, you just drop them. Oh, you can go ahead. I buy these little bottles and this is all I have left, to put them in to gift or just for me to use for baking, because I don't want to take a whole big old bottle out every time I need a teaspoon of vanilla. So I split it up into those little bottles, which I always put a cute little sticker on for if I'm giving it as gifts. I'll try to create a sticker and I'll pin that to the bottom too. But to make it, what I do, because this is the simplified way and that's the Michi way, is I just let it simmer in the bottles. So here we go. So I'm going to do 31 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31. And that should leave, if they were honest, 24 beans for this one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If y'all could smell this, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's getting too full. I have to pour a little bit out. Oh, I'm not gonna waste it. Okay, I'm gonna pour it in this little one. And then I'll just put some pods in there. Okay. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then there's gonna be 3 left. All right, so I'm gonna put 22 in here, and then I'm gonna cut these last 2 and put them in this small one. Because we are not wasting vanilla beans. Speaking of not wasting vanilla beans, we're about to make 2 recipes that I haven't done before that I can't wait to try. Okay, so once you get them in the bottles, what you do is you store it in a cool, dry place that doesn't get sunshine. So I always put it in my pantry. And then every few days, you can do it once a week, every few days, whatever. I'm in my pantry all the time. So anytime I see them, I just go and you just shake it around. That gets the beans stirred up and so that it can infuse better. I can't wait to tell. It says this is going to have like a little deeper flavor. I can't wait to see the difference. But so I'll just keep shaking them up, and then in 6 months, we should have the best vanilla you've ever tasted, vanilla extract. And I'm not going to come back after 6 months to tell you if this is good or not. I will be using them in all my recipes. I've done this before. It is tried and true. It's delicious. You've got to do this. If you bake, or even if you like giving homemade gifts at Christmas or birthdays or whatever, who wouldn't want a homemade bottle of vanilla? But okay, so then I told you I did a big bottle of vanilla, and I just got done with it like 2 weeks ago, and I thought, surely, I do not want to throw those vanilla beans away. Surely there's something you can do with used vanilla beans, so vanilla pods. And so I looked it up, and yes, so like I said, we're going to do vanilla sugar and vanilla powder. The way that you do the vanilla sugar, I saw 2 different ways to do it. So this is 2 cups of sugar, and so you can just infuse the pods into the sugar, just place them down in there, and it says, and kind of shake it up, and it says in 2 weeks your sugar will have a vanilla flavor. Okay, so I'm doing some of that, and it did say 2 pods per cup, I believe. So I'm for sure doing this. But another recipe that looked so good said to add a little sugar to a coffee grinder. If you don't have a coffee grinder, that's the best thing. It says that it'll get it really finely ground. But if you don't have a coffee grinder, it did say you could use a food processor. But it says to add just a little sugar, it didn't say how much, to some coffee, to the dried coffee beans. And what I did is I just let these sit out on the counter for a couple of days, and they got good and dried, and that's what you need for this. And again, I guess if you're doing 2 pods per cup, you would just count out 2 pods per cup of sugar. I'm just putting in as much as I want because this looks like it's gonna be so good. And it said, like, you can use this when you're baking something that calls for vanilla, or you want a little extra vanilla flavor in something, that you can use vanilla infused sugar. Don't think that I will not be using this in my baked goods. And also it said, like, you could put it in you could use it in your oatmeal, just anything that your coffee. I use stevia, so we're gonna do a little experiment here in just a minute. Okay, so it doesn't take any time at all to grind these beans, because I tried it just a second ago to see if it was gonna work, and it did work perfectly. I wish you could smell this. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this, and it looks like sugar with little vanilla beans in it, because you know what it is? Sugar with little vanilla beans in it. All right, so I am going to add this to our regular sugar. And shake it up, and it says that I don't know if I said this earlier, it takes about 2 weeks for it to get fully infused and good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait 2 weeks. That looks so good. Again, what a great homemade gift. I didn't even think about that. But who wouldn't want vanilla infused sugar, especially if you know that they're a baker or something? Okay, to the 3rd recipe, the vanilla powder. Let me make sure I know exactly how I'm doing this. Okay, you gotta dry out your vanilla beans. You can do it, like I said, just setting it out on the counter for a couple of days. Poppy kept saying, what is this? And why is this sitting out on the counter? So just be patient with me. I'm letting them dry out. All right, so you let them dry out, or you can put your oven on like 150. And it was so long ago that I read this. I don't remember exactly. Maybe like 30 minutes. Look it up first. Don't take my word for that. And oven dry them. But then all you do is you put them, and it does suggest a coffee grinder for this because you do want it finely ground. But you're just going to grind it into powder. And it says that you can put it in like any baked good. You can substitute vanilla extract for it. It says, like, if it calls for a teaspoon of vanilla extract, you would use a half of a teaspoon of vanilla powder. But I just think of how just a little dash in something that you're baking that has vanilla, how much extra vanilla flavor it would put in there. It says, again, oatmeal, coffee, anything you want, just a natural vanilla flavor in. So let me keep going because that didn't quite get ground up. It's just a flavor booster. I mean, just total vanilla. Gotta keep going with this. Now when Phil's coffee tastes like vanilla, he's gonna wonder what happened, but I'll try to watch. Okay, getting there. I just hated to waste the good vanilla beans. No need for that. Okay, there we go. It's just this fine vanilla powder. I cannot wait to use these. Okay, so let's try an experiment because I don't use regular sugar in my coffee and my anything really. If I'm just making it for myself, I use stevia or Splenda, whichever I have at the time, but most of the time it's stevia. So let's just try to do some stevia. And you know what, I just used all of the pods, but we'll put some of that powder, mix it up with stevia. But normally I would just put the pod in there like I did the regular sugar. Mix that up. And like I said, patience is not my biggest virtue, so I'm not gonna wait 2 weeks till I post this video. But I will put in the comments after 2 weeks if I tried it. I mean, I will try it. I will post in the comments that I tried it, and I'll let you know how it is. Okay. Patience is not one of my biggest virtues. Neither is cleanliness, apparently. All right, so let's shake that up. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for my morning cup of coffee with my vanilla infused stevia. So there you have it, 3 ways to stretch your vanilla beans. I cannot wait to use them. A fantastic vanilla extract, just a flavor boosting vanilla sugar, and the vanilla powder to add to baked goods and coffee and anything else you want. Can't wait to try all of these. So I hope you found that helpful, and join us for the next video from Meiji and Papa's Kitchen.